How's it going, guys? I just thought I'd take a minute to tell you how I broke in my 2013 Kawasaki Ninja 300. Now, first of all, I want to tell you what Kawasaki recommends. Basically, if you look in the Kawasaki user's manual, they recommend that you don't rev over 6,000 RPM for your first 600 miles. And it's been that way since like the 1980s. They basically use that same guideline for every motorcycle that they make, and almost literally copy and paste that page out of every single manual. So anyway, that's what Kawasaki says. Now, when I bought my bike, I also asked my dealer what they would recommend, and they said that I should ride it like I normally would. They said don't race it, but if I hit 8,000 RPMs on my way to work, or whatever, I primarily use this bike for commuting. So on my way to work, if I hit 8,000 RPMs, they said that's not going to be a big deal, but not to really go over 8,000 RPMs. The one thing that they did say, that the Kawasaki manual also says, is not to stay at the same RPM for an extended period of time. That's kind of the two bits of advice that I got. Now, I also did a lot of research online, and I found some people do what's called a hard break-in, which is where they go out and race the bike right away, treat it like they would any other bike. Basically, you're running the bike hard. So there's a lot of people online that said they went with that method. There are also a lot of people that said, no, don't do that method. I stayed away from the hard break-in, and I also didn't strictly follow Kawasaki's guidelines. What I did do was I tried to stay around 6,000 RPMs as much as I could, but I also didn't worry about too much, taking it up to 8,000, and I wouldn't hold it at a consistent RPM for more than, I would say, 5 minutes at a time. And even if I did that, I was usually varying a little bit in between that 5 minutes. I did that for 540 miles. The break-in period is supposed to be 600 miles for Kawasaki. I did 540. They didn't have a problem with that. The mechanic actually told me I could go to 1,000, but I decided to go at 540 just because basically when you break in your bike, there's metal shavings that come off of your piston, and you don't really want those metal shavings floating around in your crankcase. And so I just decided it's not going to hurt if I go 50 or 60 miles early. So now I have 1,300 miles on it, just about, and it's running great. I haven't had any issues with it. I'm happy with the way that I broke it in. I think it was perfect. If I go and buy another bike, I'll probably do it the same exact way. In my opinion, Kawasaki's 6,000 RPM guideline is basically playing it safe. I don't think you're going to have any issues if you run it up to 8,000, and even if you hit 10,000 every once in a while, not going to be a big deal. I would stay away from racing it though, like Kawasaki advises, just to be safe. But other than that, I'm really happy with the way I broke my bike in, and if you have any other questions, feel free to shoot me a message. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If this video is helpful, please remember to like it and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. This is Tokens10 signing off.